you say let's go for 3, or let's just cook and whatever happens?
Yeah, I mean, I've always really tried to just push for improvement, self-improvement, improvement of the staff, like how can we make it better? And, and especially in the beginning, there was a lot of places that, we knew needed improvement. We did several remodels at the old space. We did, added items to the menu, increased the prices, the wine got better and better, the service team got better and better. So, we really knew where we could improve, and we just kept trying to improve. And the same now.
For sure.
I feel like you guys immediately outgrew the space.
Yeah, definitely. We really upgraded it a lot. We redid the bar, we added carpet, repainted, we did, a ton.
Yeah. Whoa. And then, did you have any dreams of moving from that space at all before this?
We did, yeah. We were really, before the pandemic, we were trying to move. We had a space that we thought was lined up, and it fell through in February of 2019, and it was frustrating in that moment, but of course, ultimately it was a blessing, and we weren't sure what to do during the pandemic. We didn't really want to do to-go. We didn't really want to do out the door.
Yeah,
especially in the beginning, it didn't feel safe. It didn't feel like it was the right thing to do for us. And so, we reached a point where we said, okay, we have to do something. We have to do either out the door or to go, or so we started looking for other options, and this place sort of fell into the conversation and just worked out, really.
Great. Yeah. So, did you do to-go at all last year?
No.
Not at all?
Not at all.
You just opened outdoors when they said you can open outdoors?
No. So basically, when they started saying you can open outdoors, that was whenever we thought, okay, do we open outdoors here, or the old neighborhood was not as it was not a great location for outdoors.
Got you.
And so we that's when we started looking at this place. Yeah.
Heard that. And this used to be the old...
It was Bar Agricole was here for 10 years.
Bar Agricole. Did they move locations, or did they just closed?
Yeah, they're moving to a new build in Mission Street.
Wow.
Actually, so.
Bigger or smaller than this?
I'm not sure.
All right.
So they had moved out, and we were lucky that it worked out. It was the middle of the pandemic, and we moved in.
Yeah. And then was these black walls always here?
No.
The wood? Okay, you guys built this in.
Yeah.
All right, seems like it. Yeah. It honestly, it's cool, man. It looks like a fortress.
Yeah.
It's fucking,
really
it's
nice.
badass. And then, did your wife help with this design as well?
Oh yeah, she did it. She did all of it. Yeah. I mean,
okay.
It was in a little bit of disrepair, I would say, and then so we cleaned it up. Of course, the building itself is really incredible, and
it was closed for a while.
Yeah. So it needed a lot of TLC.
Heard that.
Yeah.
Speaking of TLC, that light noise you hear behind you is a lint roller on a dining room table.
You guys are about to do that.
I miss seeing that shit. It's been a while. Now I'm personal chefing, so I don't see any staff or anything like that.
You guys want to do it inside? Is that possible?
I'm over here disrupting the service.
This is why I like one of you, because it makes me feel very comfortable. When Charlotte was 1 minute, I was like, 1 minute.
He's used to it.
1 minute, let's do it.
Yeah, the fucking being at lineup on time is always a challenge.
I always get hungry at 3:30.
Yeah, you're always literally hungry right at the time. And then you go out there and you're like, I was all fired up when I came out here, and as soon as you're all looking at me, I'm like, I have nothing. Let's have a good service, guys. Yeah. So you're finally in this space. Do you think that you can get your 3rd star here?
I mean, again, I hate to think. I don't think in that way.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a dream? Sure, it's a dream. But I think what's really incredible about this space is that it feels safer than our old location. It feels better than our old location. The kitchen is...
People aren't stealing plants constantly outside.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, we,
hipster succulent feet.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
It feels like this is a space we can live in. The old space was so tight. Behind the line was impossible to move around. It was not a place, where I felt like I could retain cooks for very long because it was so frustrating to be in that tight space, you know.
Gotcha.
And you lose a ton of efficiency. You know, the front of house had to, you know, the dish pit was right next to the walk-in, which was right next to the coffee machine, which is right next to where the front of house. I mean, it's like
so
10 by 10 cubes, so it's like
20 people in one area trying to do their jobs.
Very difficult and very frustrating in a lot of ways to work in that little space and
Yeah.
do what we did. And we knew we needed to move to really take care of the concept. This is what I felt, how I felt. You know?
Yeah. After this space, do you see yourself opening up another spot? Maybe Californios restaurant group?
Not really.
Okay.
Not really.
This is your baby.
Pretty much, yeah. I would like to. I have ideas for other concepts, but nothing else. Fine dining. You know, this is like what I really want to do, and I'm really not that attracted to sort of like middle market concepts either.
Gotcha.
I feel like you always had your mind made up.
Yeah.
Like even from like Sons and Daughters days, it was like Val's very much a guy that like is like, I'll plot the course and this is where we're going, and this is what we're doing, and this is how we're doing it.
Cool. Do you see yourself closing the restaurant when you decide you're not cooking here anymore? Or
No. You know, I think that's one thing about this place. I want it to be. You know, this is. I'd like for this to be a platform for Mexican chefs. Like that's what it is. Or Latin chefs. Really, it's like ultimately. I would love to think about this place living on beyond me. Somebody else stepping in and running this and creating a new vision and, really tending to Mexican cuisine in America. And that's what I would love to think about. Yeah.
Fuck yeah, chef. I mean, you're doing it, man.
Yeah.
I'd love to come back for dinner at some point. Hell yeah. And then where we leave off?
Red Medicine, I think.
Red Medicine.
Yeah. So I moved from being overseas, moved to Hawaii, working at Vintage Cave. It's like a small private fine dining restaurant in the basement.
Yeah.
Of a Japanese mall. And then moved to LA. Just decided I only wanted to work with Jordan. And then at that time, the sous chef kind of put in his notice pretty quick.
What was his name?
I only met him one time. He went to Castagna after.
I
forget his name.
Yeah, I think they did an event or something up there with us.
I forget his name.
He was there.
But then, then it was kind of like, I was like, I'll just take like a CDP position. I don't really care. I just want to learn.
Yeah.
Because Alain Chappelle is like one of my most. I love Alain Chappelle. He's a pastry chef to transition over to savory food. Jordan, kind of in the same, same manner. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna go learn that, and then Californios to Apple. Apple kind of has the idea, and I kept in touch with Jordan after he was working on Vespertine, which is going to take a lot of time, and then Destroyer happened, and then asked if I wanted to help him at Open Destroyer. Yeah, absolutely. So Open Destroyer helped out Vespertine, and then
What did you do at Destroyer to help open?
This is Chef de Cuisine.
Oh, heard that. Okay.
When I came over from Europe to Red Medicine was a very modern Vietnamese restaurant, like heavily French, tons of Viet flavors, and then I came over, and then we kind of changed and flipped the menu to Scandinavian because I was coming from Noma.
Heard.
And then Jonathan Gold, we had a review, and then one of the business partners kind of like pulled out because it was part of a different restaurant group and investors kind of wanted, hey, we want to do something else here. It was like completely different. I think it's a flatbread restaurant. It's now closed. Called The Flats.
Yeah. Wow. That's fucking telling you.
Yeah. And then Destroyer happened. Vespertine, pretty much opening 2 restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
CDC, it's like that's very tough. And then I had some problems with my stomach, some medical issues and ulcers, and just like not tons of stress. And I was like, I gotta just
calm
the brakes. And Vespertine 2 is kind of it takes a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
And so I decided like I needed to kind of bow out for a little bit and breathe.
I feel like when you take the chef job, there's no other thing you think about, you know, and you kind of even put your personal life by the wayside, you know, and
I mean, it felt like every employee was putting a brick on me.
Yeah, exactly. And any little problem can be like, you know, so it's not good for your sort of fight or flight.
Destroyer was a restaurant that opened after nobody heard anything from Jordan for years after Red Medicine. So it was always kind of like, what's he going to do?
Got you.
So it was like line down the block, around the corner.
Cool. That must have been a good and a scary feeling at the same time.
Yeah,
like, do we have enough mise en place?
So,
fuck yeah.
So then there was that, and then
when you were in Europe, how long were you there?
So I wasn't in Noma too long. I got sick. I got pneumonia.
In Copenhagen?
Yeah. And the lady that I was staying with was kind enough to give me a doctor's appointment, and so I took like the Danish her card because she knew her doctor, just like get him seen.
Whoa!
And at that point, like I had no money.
Yeah.
Like I would buy family-sized lasagna, and I would cut it, and I'd be like, "This is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday."
Oh, you can get it. You can get a couple weeks out of a Stouffer's.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And then increasingly, like the cuts were getting thinner and thinner. So I was like,
were you?
I don't know, man.
Now tell me this: you were buying frozen lasagna. What brand of frozen lasagna did they have in Copenhagen?
I think it was Tesco.
Tesco.
They found out it was horse meat.
Oh, really?
They got like a huge thing, and I was like, it's not that bad. Yeah. You know?
Horse meat. I've had horse meat.
Yeah.
It's delicious.
Yeah.
What made you go to Noma?
I was right. I mean, that was on the tail end of me like going to Europe, and it kind of felt like it was like the last thing. And if I was like, if I'm over there, I got to give it a shot.
Yeah, why not?
So I just, again, same way with Alex, sent emails, and I didn't hear anything. And then I was like, I'll get a Skype, and I will call Europe the reservation. And I was like figuring out the times and the time difference, that, and finally like, I think it was Ali or Leonardo at the time was like, okay. Like, I'll send you a packet. Like, just figure out how to get here. And then it was like crash course and like going to the consulate and like get it, proof of work and like all this stuff. They were extremely organized. After that, and then Noma. It's crazy times. Yeah.
Now, when you were there at Noma, was there any other cooks, chefs, memorable that maybe have their own space now? Or
I mean, I work with Robert.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay.
So it's Rosio, Robert. Richie was my station partner. Richie has Mume in Taiwan.
Okay.
It was like the point where I was like, it's like one thing to be like you're the best cook in a kitchen.
Yeah.
Or like you're good, but like everybody was amazing. You're like sitting there talking to people, introducing yourself. I'm just like a guy from California, from the Bay.
Yeah.
So it was like, hi, I'm Richie. I think he was at Quake in Sydney. I was like, the CDC or something like that. So like everybody's just everybody's great.
Yeah.
Must
be intimidating, but I think they had a good culture over there where no matter what level you were included.
Yeah, I mean, stagiaire program there was good, but like I think I started with like 30, and then people just like stopped showing up.
Oh yeah.
It's like 30 turned to 20, and then 20 to 10, 10 to 5, and then you just kind of like, all right.
Did you get to go on the hotline or anything?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so helping out.
That's basically what it is. Just waiting for the other.
I just want to play with stuff.
Yeah. Heard
service.
That. Did you try to work there?
I wanted to, but at the same time, I was like, I'm tired. There's nothing tail end of me, like going through Europe, like staying in hostels.
No, I hear you. Yeah,
like, I did it for car, and I was like, you have $5,000. Like that's it.
That's it.
Like,
yeah.
My parents were like, we'll buy you a plane ticket.
Oh, that's a good help because then you'd
we'll
have $4,000.
Exactly. Buy you a plane ticket, and I was just just like I'll go from here to 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 here.
Yeah.
So I just ping ponged. I got a little bit of extra money. I was working at Madrona Manor.
Heard that. Okay.
And I told Jesse, I was like, this is what I want to do. I can be here to help you out through this time. And he was like, go for it. Go. Like, do it.
Very cool.
So.
And then you came back from Europe. You did, your time in LA. And then where are you at now?
Yeah, so I'm at Pineapple and Pearls.
Okay.